I am not sure what to say about that video. It seemed to be modeled after promotional videos for martial arts tournaments. I noticed appearances by Kanji-sun and the host, General Teddy-san. The other people shown must also be participants. It is safe to assume they are all Persona users. As if watching my reactions from somewhere, General Teddy appears on the monitor, replacing the video.
Looks like you're officially getting in on the action. Welcome! Look, everyone, another challenger!
Without warning, there is a loud sound. All of the doors in every direction open at once. Excited students pour in, cheering and yelling. Before I know it, I am surrounded by people with no means of escape. General Teddy grins at my situation and raises his stubby arm.
Well then, bring out the next opponent!
The spotlight shines on the spot where the cloud parts. A female student can be seen. She has short hair and wears a sweatshirt. She looks very athletic. I recognize her face from the video. Her name was Chie Satanaka. She steps in front of me, bouncing from foot to foot.
I heard that you're elbowing in on the tournament. Suits me fine. Let's do this!
As she finishes her speech, she takes a fighting stance. Just then, a gleaming silhouette appears behind her. It is another Persona. Chie-san extends her palm face up and motions with her fingers, taunting me.
Ooh, she's ready and raring to go!
This is strange. Chie-san's willingness to fight is odd enough, but even stranger are the students in the crowd. Even when seeing a Persona up close, they show no signs of alarm. Come to think of it, how did they get here? I cannot believe they are all Persona users, but even if they were, would they be so excited over brutality? While stuck in a monstrous world filled with potential danger? That does not seem likely. Perhaps my basic assumptions are faulty. Could they, like these buildings, be unreal? I cannot jump to conclusions, but I decide to take the offensive. I turn to the monitor. General Teddy is bouncing up and down gleefully.
I will fight on one condition.
Which is?
Interesting, he answered me. I can hold a conversation with him, which means he can see and hear
That
me.
you immediately release all these students from this school, or rather from this world. If you do that, I will fight as you wish.
Tut tut! Are you making demands to me? Before you get too worried about other people, why not worry about yourself?
I will not fight unless you guarantee their safety.
I glare at General Teddy through the monitor. I didn't want to involve the students, but I have an idea.
What a stubborn girl!
He snaps his stubby fingers. The room instantly fills with light. This is darkness, actually. I ward myself against it by covering my eyes. A few seconds later, the darkness fades to normal. As my eyes adjust, I see the students have vanished.
Ta-da! Is that what you wanted?
The general smiles proudly. My guess was correct. If the students were fake, it is easier for him to remove them than to taught me into fighting. As a result, my sensors detect the moment when the students disappeared all at once. The only humans here are Chie-san in front of me. Looking around, it seems that not everything disappeared. Human-like figures remained, as if the shadows of the students were burned into the scenery. There were several about the gymnasium. Their readings are similar to shadows, but they show no signs of hostility. So these are the true forms of these students. They have been unmasked.
You're in no position to be making demands, you know. I'm making an exception just this once, because it's no fun if you don't both go at it tooth and claw. Even if you don't resist, your opponent will show no mercy. It'll be a grisly sight.
Come on! Even if the crowd was still here, would you not have hit back when I hit you?
No. The safety of the people must be prioritized above all else.
Ha! That's pretty cool of you, actually. But self-sacrifice doesn't mean much coming from a machine. They can just fix you right up. Oh, that's right. It doesn't even count as self-sacrifice for a machine. It's just what you're programmed to do. You probably don't feel pain or anything, huh? It just seemed that way because you look human.
You may not understand, but I can sense pain as well.
Really? That's such a weird thing to program into a weapon. Doesn't make any sense to me.
That's...
As I struggle to answer, Chie-san
Well,
smiles
that's fine
wide.
with me. Means I can fight you without pulling any punches.
Her smile disappears and her eyes spark with fire as she launches herself at me. I would rather not fight her, but she is a persona user. I clench my teeth and make myself ready to intercept her.
If I must fight you, then I will.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Behold the Chie-senpai's Kung Fu style! Severe impact! Not bad! Severe impact! Some damage resistance! Severe impact! Severe impact!
Crap. Stop hitting me! Stop hitting me! Seriously, stop hitting me! Dang, I almost pulled that off.
The slim difference was a deciding factor.
Yes, yes, yes. I am bad with Aigis, I am aware. I have backups of many of the episodes Atlas took down. Unfortunately, not all of them. I have
between dream and reality.
I wish you good luck.
I have backups of basically Yukiko, Kanji, Teddy, Naoto, Akihiko, and Mitsuru, but I did lose Yu, Chie, and Yosuke. God dang it. I really want to catch that on camera because it's almost impossible to hit with.
Now, will they go for the camera? A round of applause for both sides.
But yeah, you could go on everything after that. The other, however, like I said, Atlas didn't delete it, they merely took it offline, and I am contesting that under fair use. So hopefully they'll come back.
You're definitely a pro when it comes to fighting.
I'm sorry. Are you all right?
Yeah. But boy, I didn't stand a chance against you. Hey, what's all this about you being a robot?
She is upset by her loss, but seems cheerful. She didn't show this open-mindedness before the fight. Perhaps, as with Kanji, I could make peace with her by... No, it is vain of me to think that is possible. Her words echo in my mind. It doesn't even count as self-sacrifice for a machine. It's just what you're programmed to do. I hate to admit it, but her observation is correct.
I may seem like a ridiculous machine to you, but I'm still...
Huh? I never said that. Wait. You're not acting like you did before the fight. I'm surprised that you're a robot, but What gives?
Chie-san looks stupefied. Her expression confuses me as well. She stated it clearly, yet she doesn't remember? Then something hit me. Didn't things go similarly with Kanji-san as well? Could it be that something was done to the participants? No, I should avoid drawing conclusions based solely on speculation. Besides, there is something I must do first.
That reminds me. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Aigis.
Looks like we let our fists say too much before we opened our mouths.
I saw the introductory video. You're Chie Satonaka, correct?
Yep. Oh, you can just call me Chie.
The carnivore who's discarded womanhood.
Okay, you didn't need to bring that part up, and I didn't discard anything. I can use a persona, but I'm just an ordinary high school student. I go to Yasugami High. So anyways, are you, seriously a machine? No foolin'?
Yes. I was created as a weapon for a certain purpose. It may be difficult to explain to you.
Nah, I can tell from the fight you're telling the truth. Huh, so you're not cosplaying. Then again, it'd be pretty nuts for someone to come out here to cosplay.
Speaking of which, Chie-san, can you tell me what this place, this world, is?
I'm totally going to climb into a TV and cosplay. I'm doing it.
I confess that I am looking for someone. While pursuing them, I heard the rumor about going inside TVs and ended up here.
Oh, right. You can use a persona. That's how you got into the TV. Where should I start? I don't know exactly how it works, but this place is supposedly a realm formed by human thought.
By thought? Does that mean this is someone's mental landscape?
I guess so.
Then we've physically entered a mental world? Through a TV, no less? How can this be?
I can stop asking hard
To
questions.
tell the truth, I never understood it so well myself. There was this insane monster thing around town up until early spring. It created this whole world, and I got my persona because of what happened in here.
Chie-san folds her arms with a troubled look on her
Come to
face.
think of it, all this stuff should have been over and done with. But you see that ad showing on the monitor over there? It suddenly started getting shown on TV in reality. There's no way we were gonna stand for that crap to be shown. So that's why me and my friends came in here to put a stop to it.
Your friends are here as well?
Yeah, a couple. Also, that Teddy guy who's hosting this, plus the girl Rise who's serving as commentator. They're my friends too. But they're acting so weird.
She lets out a
Sorry,
sigh.
listen to me, babbling away. Do you think you can find this person you're looking for? Actually, could whoever it is get in here? I don't think normal people can enter the TV.
To tell you the truth, I have already encountered one such person, but...
I tell her about the girl I saw. I give her the details that I can remember. I recall that she called herself the student council president. She did not seem aware that she was in the TV.
Oh, you mean the girl who was calling herself the student council president? Yeah, I saw her too. She was yelling into a bullhorn to stop this foolishness, but then she ran off saying she was gonna go talk to the tournament's host.
She was wearing the same skirt that you are, Chie-san. It seems to be part of a uniform. Are you acquainted with her?
No, I don't know her. It's funny, that girl said she was elected last week. But if I remember right, our student council president was a guy.
I have many doubts about her. I must meet her again to figure her
Thank
out.
you. I now have a better understanding of the situation. Well then, I should be going now. I would like it if you could come along, but...
I know, I can't leave here, right? I'll stay put for now.
I will come back for you later. You may find it hard to trust me, but...
No, I believe you.
Chie-san replies
I've been
unhesitatingly.
through so much over this past year that I'm pretty confident I can read people. Honestly, though, what other choice do I have? If you run into any of my friends, tell them I'm okay.
I will.
After wiping the dust from her right hand with her sleeve, Chie-san
Aigis-san,
extends it to
right?
me.
So, if this was some fighting manga, we'd beat the tar out of each other, then shake hands in the end as best friends. A powerful enemy can become a powerful friend, you know?
I clasp her hand and she smiles in
Friendship
embarrassment.
can do amazing things. I saw that for myself last year. And you and I can be friends too, so, you don't need to talk like you're just an object.
Chie-san.
Don't look at me like that. You're embarrassing me. Come on, get going. Go! Hurry!
Yes, I'll see you later.
Energized by Chie-san's words, I run towards the entrance. I turn around and wave at Chie-san. There is more at stake than Labris. I must protect these people. I swear a vow to myself and leave. As I exit the gymnasium, I remain cautious while running down the hallway. Suddenly, I pick up a response on my transmitter, which has been silent until now. I stop and focus on picking up the signal.
Aigis, you hear... Can you hear me, Aigis?
The staticky transmission soon becomes clear. It is a voice I recognize very well.
Mitsuru-san?
Good. It seems you're all right, too. It's been quite a while since I last used my persona in this manner. To think it would be useful in a place like this.
Is Akihiko-san with you?
No, we were separated, but I can still sense him. I doubt he'll be defeated that easily.
She is speaking not out of carelessness, but out of trust. I know because
I'm
I
sure
feel
you're
the
aware
same.
by now, but although we came in search of Labris, we appear to have been dragged into another incident. Don't worry about meeting up for now. Under the present conditions, we'd only end up fighting amongst ourselves.
Understood.
I don't know how Labris ties into this situation yet, but be careful.
Before I can answer, the static grows louder and the transmission ends. Knowing that Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san are okay gives me room to breathe. The invisible walls are everywhere along the hallways, forcing me down a particular path. I follow the route. Soon enough, I can see the shoe lockers up ahead. Seems I am back at the entrance. When I reach the entrance, the monitor nearby turns on as if it were waiting for me. As usual, it is General Teddy. And no, Anson Moss. Well, first of all, streaming on Twitch TV is never an issue of copyright. You know, streaming something follows different legal things. But putting something on like YouTube to be viewed forever is a little different. And I do think Atlas is just being overprotective of Persona 4 Arena, particularly with its European launch being delayed, which I didn't find out about until recently. So they're being a little extra careful with it. And in all honesty, I'll probably stream all this on Twitch TV because I've already started, but future Let's Plays, I likely will not stream the game until it's been out for about 6 months, just to avoid this kind of thing. I took a defensive stance. This appears to be the area for my arena for my next battle.
Pretty good for a latecomer.
The instant General Teddy appears on the TV, my sensors pick up that noise again. My suspicion turns into certainty. General Teddy is doing something before the matches. Whatever it is makes the opponent belligerent or something similar. I can assume that neither Kanji-san nor Chie-san were acting like themselves before the battle. That would explain why none of our stories were consistent afterwards. I know, and I don't fully understand it. I just know it may also just be that Twitch has a different outlook on it. I just know that YouTube is willing to take stuff down on the word of Atlas and nothing else, whereas Twitch is much more, they won't take anything down. I mean, they're a lot slower and a lot less willing to listen to content providers, and they're like, no, this is fair use. You are allowed to stream things. So it may just be a difference between Twitch and YouTube, but I do know that when I looked it up, they did say something about a live stream is different than video archiving. So I don't fully understand it.
Well then, bring out the next opponent!
I hear light footsteps. A young man wearing his hat low arrives.
Naturally, of the three of you, you're the one I encounter first.
He shrugs his shoulders and pulls the brim lower. This boy was also in the promotional video. His name was Naoto Shirogane. I bring myself to high alert. He said 3 of us.
You know about us?
On hearing my question, he smiles
Did
cynically.
Mitsuru Kijo not inform you? I don't merely know about you. I was there at the airport. The Kirijo group seems rather lax for a multinational corporation, allowing a machine to act autonomously and take command. To be frank, watching you fills me with pity. Perhaps the kindest thing to do would be to give you a merciful end.
Pity?
Your existence is inherently a deception, isn't it? You're a machine, and a weapon on top of that. Yet you look human. Those who meet you think you're human. You even seem to believe it yourself. Truly pitiful.
I have no answer to this. As much as I don't want to believe it, it's all
You were
true.
built to consider yourself human in order to activate the ability to wield a persona. Your appearance and your heart are only prerequisites for that power. I'm sure you've realized it already. You will never find the means to cross the gap between the human heart and your mechanical frame. No matter how much you want love, you'll never earn it. At best, people grow fond of you.
He sounds as if he knows for certain. I hang my head in spite of myself.
The more I consider the matter, the more I genuinely pity you. I'd best hurry up and put an end to your pathetic life.
Naoto-san draws his gun. Because my eyes are lower, I am slow to react. I already know that we have to fight, and yet I curse my carelessness and quickly stand back up. I'm a little surprised that Aigis didn't realize. I would figure her sensors would pick something up. Although I can't imagine that Aigis wasn't exactly equipped with gender-detecting sensors.
Finally!
Oh, I'm out of bullets.
Okay.
Stop hitting me. Yes, finally, got it. Man, that is hard to hit with. I don't know. Is it studying really bad for people or just New York? Because I assumed it was still good. Naoto-san slowly gets up. She is staggering and still slightly dizzy. I watch carefully for any changes in her behavior, but I am surprised by what I hear next.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? The mastermind behind this tournament may have some means of fogging our senses. Were you suspecting that as well?
Yes.
Seeing me nod, Naoto-san smiles.
Then we are in agreement. Its aim appears to be to make friends fight one another, though it's a mystery to me as to why it would do such a thing.
Naoto-san brushes dust off and walks
But the
towards me.
battle is over and the interference has been lifted. Given past examples, the pattern is clear. How about it? Why don't we talk things over?
I have no objections. Naoto-san seems to understand everything. I nod my head, relieved.
I am Naoto Shirogane. I work as a detective. I agreed to act as an observer for the police regarding the special cargo, met with Kirijo-san beforehand, and accompanied her to the airport.
So that's how you knew about us. I recall seeing you in the introductory video, along with the other competitors.
They're good friends of mine. I attend Yasogami High, the same school as them.
I see. So after you finished your business and returned to your hometown, that video appeared on TV. Is that correct?
That's right. At least that's what I should say if I wanted to feign innocence.
What?
The real reason I came here is because I was tailing you. It was for a secret investigation.
For who?
Naturally, I cannot reveal my client or what their aims are, but I'm sure you have your own secrets to keep. What do you think? As long as we're in the same boat, why not cooperate?
I become tense when she mentions her secret investigation, but that's not important now.
I see. It would not be wise to continue to stand in each other's way in this situation.
I accept Naoto-san's hand, and we
How
shake.
much do you
Wow, I
know
don't know why
about
she
this
suddenly became
world?
British for a second there.
Your friend told me it's a realm formed by human thought. In which case, why a school?
This place varies according to people's mental state. When someone enters it directly, they have a much stronger effect on it. For a normal person with no persona-based resistances, a dangerous situation will arise where their shadow goes berserk. That happened frequently in the case I was involved with last year. This false school may have something to do with it.
I consider Labris. According to her specifications, she should be able to use a persona, but did this come from her mind? Why a school? And why Yasogami High School of all places? She has no prior knowledge of that place. She has never even visited Inaba. But if that girl Labris, she undoubtedly has a heart. It is possible that something like what Naoto-san suggested could happen.
I assume you have a theory already?
Yes. Thank you very much. I believe I'm slowly starting to understand what's going on.
Well, I did throw Naoto. Maybe when you picked her up and put a mine on her chest, she noticed something. I looked down at the path ahead, and, interesting, Sonic. I don't know that I want to know. But, Christian, before I fought, Kanji, and I've also fought Chie, and now I just beat Naoto. But before I go, I turn and ask Naoto-san a question.
Would you mind telling me something? Why did you tell me about your secret agenda?
I suppose because it wouldn't be fair otherwise.
A wry smile spreads over Naoto-san's
Given that I
face.
cannot leave here and must trust my friend's fate to you, it would be unfair to continue deceiving you. But not only that, you carry out your duties with little care for your true appearance. You and I are not on equal grounds there.
My true appearance?
Consider it a sign of my respect for that. I still seem to have a soft spot.
Naoto-san's smile fades, and she looks at me
Aigis-san,
solemnly.
I ask only one thing of you. Please save my friends.
That is my intention.
Thank you. I'll wait here, secure in knowing that.
We nod to each other. Chie-san, Kanji-san, and Naoto-san are so different, but they are connected by a strong bond. Knowing that fills my heart with warmth. Yeah, Chie was the most annoying one, too. Chie beat me once. Chie absolutely destroyed me the first time I fought her.
When you refer to your true appearance, do you mean the fact that you are a woman?
What?
Am I mistaken?
Well...
Your clothing hides it, but my sensor scan shows the body measurements of a human with female proportions.
What do you mean? How much can you see?
Suddenly, Naoto-san loses all of her composure and turns red as she covers her chest with her arms. What happened? I don't think I said anything to warrant such a reaction. Just then, General Teddy interrupts over the monitor.
Hey, enough with the chit-chat! Hurry up and move on to the next!
Would you like to know your current measurements? From top to bottom, they are...
That's quite all right.
Never mind, little old me. Please finish that line of thought. I demand it!
How did we get so off subject? If you're going to go, please hurry and leave.